The holiday season is about love. Share it, spread it, live it.
All the brave new world arrives, and I see how it thrives in the ashes of our lives.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Good evening once again. Thank you for joining us for the 10 o'clock. Thank you for joining us for the 10 o'clock edition of the UBC News Tonight. My name is Wadulo Mark Arnold, and without further ado, let's start out the bulletin. Now, we start with the Presidential Press Unit press statement, where it reads, "The Presidential Press Unit hereby informs the public about the role of Brigadier General Moses Luchamuzi as a Special Presidential Assistant. In this capacity, he oversees the Presidential Task Force on Land Matters and Environment operating within the Ministry of Lands, Housing and Urban Development. Under the leadership of Brigadier General Moses Luchamuzi, the task force is assigned the following responsibilities: prevention of encroachments on wetlands, forests and riverbanks, swift security responses in case of land grabbing, and handing over suspects to the police or the military police for further handling. Please note that the task force is not authorized to conduct investigations, detain individuals or prosecute suspects. These responsibilities remain within the purview of the police and the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions and the Courts of Law." And this comes from the management of the PPU. President Museveni has appreciated the church for a partnership with government in uplifting people's standards of living through construction of schools, hospitals, and more. He was represented by the Vice President, retired Major Jessica Lupo, at the ordination of 2 deacons at St. Peter's Parish, Olio Primary School, grounds in Soroti District. He called upon all the religious leaders to join hands with government in the wealth creation campaign to eliminate poverty. President Museveni stressed that poverty in Uganda arises from the fact that 39% of the households are in subsistence farming. The function coincided with the fundraising ceremony for the construction of Regina Kaeli Cathedral and St. Peter's Parish. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni contributed 60 million shillings, whereas the Vice President contributed 20 million shillings. The Bishop of Soroti Catholic Diocese, the Right Reverend Dr. Joseph Echiru Oliach, congratulated the new deacons and urged them to be messengers of Jesus Christ.
The gospel of Christ, whose herald you now are. Believe what you read, teach what you believe, and practice what you teach. Amen.
Mokasuban papa kokoku kemoyolagayon. I thank the Church for its continued partnership with government in uplifting our people's standards of living through the construction of schools, hospitals, etc. This is a clear indication that the Church cares about the material needs of the believers. Spiritual nourishment is important, but it is not the only aspect of the Christian ministry. A holistic and relevant ministry must express equal concern for the physical needs of the faithful. While here on earth, the believers too have physical needs that must be satisfied. For example, the need for food, clothes, shelter, medicine, etc. Therefore, I call upon all religious leaders to join hands with government in the wealth creation campaign to eliminate poverty. Poverty in Uganda arises from the fact that 39% of the households are still engaged in subsistence farming. They are still working only for food. This is dangerous because in addition to food, there are other human wants required to live a happy and long life. The human needs have a monetary value, i.e., they can only be obtained through the medium of money. It is no longer sustainable for one to live outside the money economy and expect to attain a happy life. Subsistence farming should be eliminated because it is a recipe for poverty and backwardness. Once we solve the problem of poverty in the homes, Christians will be empowered to meaningfully contribute money to the church construction project. In conclusion, I wish to encourage all the faithful and well-wishers to participate in the fundraising of Regina Cheli and also supporting the newly ordained deacons. I wish you a fruitful ceremony, and I promise to walk with you the journey of the construction of Regina Cheli up to the logical conclusion. I thank you all.
National President,
the Vice President, Major Retired Jessica Alupo, has commissioned the construction and maintenance of community access roads in Katakwi to enhance road infrastructure in the district. Among the roads commissioned include Koritoka Parisa, Ochorimongin Road, which is 7.5 kilometers, estimated at 282 million shillings, Abokodia Ongatunyo Mirimiri Aketa Road, which is 7 kilometers and estimated to cost 285 million shillings. And Ochorimongin Alese Omodoi Road, which is 8 kilometers at 282 million shillings, which under the fiscal year 2023-24 budget, Katakwi District received an extra 1 billion shillings for road maintenance.
The Vice President, Major Retired Jessica Alupo, has commissioned the construction and maintenance of 3 community access roads in Katakwi to enhance road infrastructure in the district. While commissioning the road construction and maintenance works in Koritok at the Koritok Health Center grounds in Usuku County, Vice President Major Retired Jessica Alupo said that in a significant effort to enhance road infrastructure across the nation, the government allocated additional funds through the road fund for the maintenance of roads in every district. Flanked by Usuku County Member of Parliament Okoro, Vice President Alupo said that the move is also aimed to ensuring that all districts access sufficient resources for road maintenance and improvement. She noted that the move to allocate additional funds through the road fund underscores the government commitment to improving and maintenance of Uganda's road infrastructure.
I want to thank you for the prompt response towards my complaints on when the district should show the people of Katakwi what the 1 billion Uganda shillings has done so far, since His Excellency the President directed Minister of Finance to allocate 1 billion to every district in Uganda. I want to thank you for today coming clear at daytime to show people accountability. For me to hear that you are going to deal with this road up to Chorimongin, another road up to Abokodia, up to Abielud, and when we were in Abielud the other time in Achurun, there's a road they were talking about that road can cross up to Aliakamir, Adekis, Wera, Aliakamir no Wera, Adekis. And they say that even they always go to get treatment there. So a road is very important. Even if someone is from another sub-county, if a government institution is near his area, you can cross the other side and get medical treatment. So it's also a very vital road. And the other side of Oigo, Aketa, then it will go to Abarata Market. And when the district roads committee is meeting, there should be consensus, especially in the selection of the roads. We want to use these services of government to consolidate unity in Katakwi district.
The Katakwi Resident District Commissioner Major Godfrey Katamba decried the increasing maintenance costs of district road equipment, hence hindering the ongoing road construction and maintenance, which is a fulfillment of the NRF manifesto, which is a social contract between the party and the electorates.
We are given equipment, but the maintenance cost is not there. One tire for such a wheel roader or for a grader is 5 million, just one tire. And we have like 3 equipment times 5 million is how much without looking at even other mechanical repairs. So we have found it difficult. Perhaps as we talk now, it is just works, most of us that has actually let us the other equipment, ours are still grounded. So you can see that one, if maybe they can also add some little amount of maintenance so that we are able to, those equipment, they are doing a great work, but at least maintenance is important.
During the function, an appeal was made to the contractors to always cover the ball pits after Maram has been excavated to safeguard the children who are currently on holidays, and the border riders were also asked to be extra cautious during the construction of these roads to avoid accidents. Etole Ed Akengel, UBC News.
The Prime Minister Robin Nabanja has urged local investors to leverage government institutions like the Uganda Development Bank for accessible soft loans. Nabanja issued the call at a Thanksgiving ceremony for the Timu Bakery Group of Investments in Igayaza Town Council, Kakumiro District. More details in this report.
Nabanja highlighted government's role in fostering an environment for both local and international investors. She emphasized government's commitment to boosting local investments by providing funds through various government agencies for individuals to access loans for investment.
Twino obunani omwaka gwe 2024 Ethiopian government tukunira mu mwaka gwijja kuba ogw'okufulfilling zona pledges ezitwalaganiza abantu tukuwa abantu batunga obuheereza.
In a call for socio-economic transformation, Nabanja urged leaders at all levels to plan strategically for the country's development.
I can help you to access money in Uganda Development Bank, and Uganda doesn't need an equipment. Echinga barungi gavumenti yetu ya Uganda yekwebembera okukisa president erina ebintu bingi byekozire abalugire bushenyi nahani mukura koras okusereza busereza lugiremu emakwikani mudakiika 27.
Timothy Kabandize, the director of Tim Group of companies employing over 900 people in Kakumiro district, said Tim's operations span across Hoima, Masindi, Kakumiro, Chiboga, Chankwanzi, Chikube, Chenjojo and Chegegwa districts.
So
earlier in the day, the Prime Minister presided over the annual general meeting for the Abafumba Mogo clan in the Bunyoro region, where the President donated 20 million shillings.
Now, by history, Indonesia was the first country to host the Non-Aligned Movement-like summit, which by then in 1955 was referred to as the Asia-Africa Bandung Conference. Dr. Muhammad Henry Saripudin, the Indonesian ambassador to Uganda residing in Kenya, takes UBC through this history that informed the decision to come up with the Non-Aligned Movement in 1961 and the potential benefit which comes with hosting such a summit.
For your being here, you say you are residing in Kenya. Possibly what role as Indonesia is playing to ensure that we have a successful summit come January 2024?
Yes, of course for Indonesia, non-alignment movement is very dear, very close to our heart, because back to the history in 1955, our founding President Sukarno initiate so-called Asia-Africa Conference, and it was attended by Asia and Africa nation, although most of the African countries still under the colonizations. But that's what that conference is like lighthouse for Africa. It gives a boost to liberate themselves. So the motive is driven by fully politics, and this Asia Africa Conference is like offspring, like the where the non-aligned movement is came from. And then Indonesia always regarded non-alignment movement, although the two blocks already disappear, but we always regard it still relevant today. Why relevant? Because if during the colonization and during the Cold War era, the struggle for South, global South is more heavily on the politics. Now it's more heavily on the economics. And then for Indonesia, you talk about our experience in organizing G20 2022. Of course, being a host country is very privileged. You set the tone, you set the agenda, and you set almost everything. And the only matters is how the host country navigate the flow of the discussions. Because the benefits for the host countries is not only about the color of final documents, either you name it Kampala Declaration or Kampala Accord, but byproduct of that conference, let's say like tourism, like businesses. If you can capitalize that event, it will be beneficial for Ugandans.
Well, when you talk about this summit, there are two or three keywords: non-aligned movement. Just break down this for the lay Ugandan who is going to be watching us. What exactly was the essence of behind the crafters of this?
Yeah. Well, you must be proud of yourself as Uganda. Everyone, the world watching you. Uganda by non-aligned movement now under the spotlight. And how the initiators of the non-aligned bring about to the higher level, and it can be reflected in the final documents, as I mentioned. Another thing that now is very valid, because look at that, the world watching in the Middle East, in the Gaza, how the power of non-alignment movement give solutive recommendations in addressing the Gaza issue. That will be I think a strategic key from the Uganda.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Wow, nice. Well, that has been the Indonesian ambassador to Uganda, who is sitting in the neighboring Kenya of Nairobi. We shall continue having such more discussions as we head to the final lap of the summit happening here in Kampala, Uganda in January 2024. I'm Robert Onyango.
Now, Masindi medics and the entire residents of Masindi District are mourning the tragic death of Masindi District Acting District Health Officer, Dr. Gino Abiriga. Abiriga, a surgeon at Masindi Hospital, was discovered dead in a neighbor's compound in Tijura North Central Division, Masindi Municipality, with injuries to his neck and abdomen.
At the time of his demise, late Dr. Gino Abiriga had served 2 years as acting district health officer after 30-year tenure as a gynecologist at Masindi Hospital. Abiriga, in his mid-50s, owned Wananchi Clinic, a private clinic in Masindi town.
Dao kati kumajaga leero esawa nga 12 nga mutabani wange ajjadduka emisinde mu kisenge okumbulira nti batusuulidde omulambo mu compound yaffe. Bwe nfulumye kituufu nsanzeewo omulambo yaguzudde, abadde neiba asula wali waggulu ennyumba ziri ze mulaba waggulu awo, abadde naye agenda mu gije ng'ayitawo n'alaba omulambo ogwo.
The deceased's wife discovered the body at around 6 a.m. on Sunday and fainted. A family member who chose anonymity cited receiving a call around midnight to attend to a patient, but Abiriga never returned.
Okutuukayo neze kusanga abapoliisi nga bwe bali n'abatuuze abalala gweno kwesanga nga Abiriga nga yafudde. Kaakati nze nga chairman tufiiriddwa dokita omulungi abadde abeera mu kifo kyaffe nga alongoosa bulungi nnyo naddala nnyo abakyala, tweseza abakyala.
Eyewitnesses say Abiriga could have been murdered elsewhere and his body dumped in his neighbor's compound, citing the relatively few blood droplets at the scene.
It's very, very unfortunate, and it is a shame on us, people of Bunyoro, because this man has really served us. He has served the people diligently. Now, how are we going to take him to the place for burial? It is a big shame.
Upon learning of Abiriga's death, security forces initiated an investigation.
Colonel Fred Mwesije has told the public not to jump to conclusions on the murder of Richard Muhumuza, who was gunned down in Nansana near Kampala. Fred Mwesije was a member of is a member of House of Ministries International, serving the country under the Special Forces Command. Relatedly, House of Prayer Ministries International has announced a 7-day fasting period.
House of Prayer Ministries International has dedicated 7 days of fasting and prayer for late Richard Muhumuza, who was killed by unknown assailants in Nansana near Kampala.
Abana bonna batano tuwatidde mikono gyo omuziro oyo atutunulako kati n'asanyuka kubanga kye yakoze tekikoleka. Richard manye buuli oli musanyufu.
Pastor Aloysius Bujingo of House of Prayer Ministries International has dedicated the Sunday service to Richard Muhumuza.
Naye ekituufu kiri nti omutima gwange tegunnaba kutereera.
Colonel Fred Mwesige urged the public not to jump to conclusions about the murder of Richard Muhumuza, who was gunned down in Nansana near Kampala.
We have experts of police investigating what happened, what took place, what transpired. So I would advise Ugandans, don't go into things that you don't understand. Don't, just because you have a camera, just because you can talk on your, record yourself on your phone, because the phone is yours, the data is yours, please talk about things that you understand properly. Matters of security are understood by the police and other security agencies, and I believe they are ably handling this situation.
Pastor Aloysius Bujingo said Muhumuza's commitment to his faith and duty was evident as he sacrificed his life for him.
Ekigambo kijja kuba kitono nga kitambulira mu kwegayirira, twegayirire ku lwa famire ya Richard, twegayirire ku lw'eggwanga lino, twegayirire ku lw'obuweereza buno by'ebintu bisatu nga bikulu. Richard's family, for our nation and this ministry. Then sijja kusobola kubeerawo Monday to Friday olw'ensonga abasawo bangambye okutuula ewaka.
Richard Muhumuza was described as a devoted member of the church, genuine and a father of 5 and husband.
Ng'alina essaala ye nti bw'abanga agenze ku mission z'eggwanga tebanumbanga, ayagala lwe balinumba tubeere babiri mu mmotoka. Nga nkisazaamu mukyala wankimanyi, abaana bakimanyi, ayagala tubeere babiri mmotoka lwe balinumba lwonna. Era ng'agamba ddati egalina amasasi 100, 9 nja gatwala, limu lyerikuta. Kagamba ogalira amasasi nga 10, ago matono, ago nja gatwala gonna. Mbuuza Richard, oyogera biki?
He was killed while protecting Pastor Aloysius Bujingo from an assailant's attack in Nansana, a suburb of Kampala. Pastor Bujingo exemplified forgiveness, urging the congregation not to harbor bitterness. The 13th anniversary of House of Prayer Ministries celebratory events on January 20. The 13th anniversary of House of Prayer Ministries celebratory events on January 28th has been postponed. Sudat Kaye and Henry Muganga.
More than 50 believers from the Faith of Unity denounced their faith, choosing to be baptized and wedded in the Catholic and Anglican churches. Monsignor Peter Kaberenge, the Episcopal Vicar Kagadi Vicariate, expressed gratitude for their return to the Catholic faith, urging them to remain steadfast.
The parish priest at St. Paul Butumba Church of Uganda, Bunyoro Chitara Diocese, Reverend Moses Irumba, has baptized 10 Faith of Unity believers, praising their commitment despite living in the faith for close to 20 years. A leader at St. Paul's Butumba Church of Uganda, Abel Kanyankole, prayed for the converts who faced challenges during their 17-year stay at Owobusobozi Bisaka. The baptized converts and wedded couples vowed to remain in their faith.
We are very glad to see that we receive 10 people from the Face of Unity, Mr. Francis Mugisa and his family. They were 10 who joined us into Anglican Church of Uganda. They come from Rutete, who have been at the Butumba Parish Church of Uganda. So now we are ready to receive them at the headquarters of Rutete Church of Uganda. Now we are grateful to see that the number of Christians in Rutete is already increased.
Amos Wekesa is a spirited and devoted advocate and champion for Uganda. His never-ending optimism, curiosity, and passion for all things Ugandan can be felt in every tweet and interaction. Amos also puts his money where his mouth is by investing in domestic tourism so that people get a feel of what Uganda has to offer. Amos, a grateful nation thanks you. You are unstoppable. MTN, the Unstoppable Network, celebrates you. Visit GreatLakesSafaris.com and together, let's support Ugandans like Amos who are driving our country's unstoppable progress.
Irritations? No more rashes and irritations. Movit Herbal Jelly and Herbal Soap is rich in natural herbs for a smooth and glowing skin.
Movit All Day Confidence.
Metu Bus Industries, Namamve, the manufacturers of buses for transporters, schools, tour operators, and special purpose vans and any customized vehicle. Metu Bus Industries offers a range of buses known for safety, comfort, and reliability. Depending on your needs, a bus can simply be a point A to point B people mover with just seats, or a special design that includes power outlet, Wi-Fi, television, refreshment center, and any other specification. Buy your buses from Metu and support industrialization of Uganda. Contact us on 0788 118586 or 0782 030303. Email us metuafricabus@gmail.com. Visit our website www.metubusafrica.com.
In the production process of Aquafina, we expertly filter every drop, providing clear and perfect tasting water to help you keep hydrated with the added benefit of minerals. Aquafina is bottled by Pepsi Cola International in Uganda and is available at only 1,000 shillings.
Welcome back. You're still watching the UBC News Tonight. We're now into the world of business. Rice ratooning is slowly gaining momentum amongst rice farmers in Uganda, in Butaleja and Kwen districts. Farmers have adopted this new technology, which is less costly and climate smart. Saddam Obale reports.
Rice ratooning is the cultivation of the regrowth of rice crop from the stubbles after the harvest of crop, or managed for next crop cultivation from the regrowth of the stubbles. This type of farming, popular in China, is slowly gaining momentum in Uganda.
When a second crop of rice is grown from the main harvest, what we mean the stubble, when you've cut off your main season's rice crop and then you leave it in the same field, manage it, it can regrow and actually give you another crop. You can relate this to the livestock systems where they harvest napier grass or elephant grass, which we all know, but you don't kill the plant. You come back after 2 weeks and it has regrown. So rice has the same property because it's also belonging to the grass family. And that's an advantage we want to take care of, which we think can address some of the challenges of this country.
Crop duration in ratoon rice takes 30 days or less for maturity compared to the plant crop, reduces the cost of cultivation, gives a yield equivalent to 60% and decreases greenhouse gas emissions.
The beauty with ratooning is that the initial stages, seedbed preparation, is done more or less once. You transplant once. The initial field management of water and diseases itself is also done once, so you're already reducing your costs in that. But the major fact that you are able to keep the ground covered with a crop, more or less a ground cover, then you're reducing the amount of water evaporating into the environment, which is a loss. And remember, in rice production, we've kept on hearing about the methane greenhouse gas emissions because of the nature of the plant growing in water.
So the biggest challenge of how farmers, why farmers don't, move into something, they first want to see, or else you pick this farmer, take this farmer somewhere else. Then when the farmer sees, okay, let me go and do it. But then that farmer will not go and do it until you take that farmer slowly through the steps until the farmer goes. So farmers don't just jump into things, they fear.
The National Agriculture Research Organization and Kilimo Trust have trained farmers to adopt ratoon farming if they are to enjoy better returns.
The challenge is in the appreciation from the end user, the farmer himself. There's the thinking that it's against their economic sustainability. So that's why it is key to put an economic value. What are you getting out of these systems like ratoon cropping?
When we started the ratooning approach, we said we need to establish a demo. And then we established a demo in one of my gardens. Now after establishing, we had 3 rice varieties. Out of the 3 rice varieties, we wanted to see which one performs very well under ratooning method. Now, when we were with the team of Kilimo Trust, we selected some prominent farmers whom we knew some farmers can listen to them. So the one which matured first, we have already harvested. And farmers are realizing now, saying, whom we've been living, what could help us?
Saddam Obale, UBC News.
Government has been called upon to tarmac the road connecting from Nakakole and Inbale all through to Palisa via Butebo. The Chief Executive Officer, Kedi Foundation, Stephen Kedi, says that 90% of traders and farmers use the road to transport merchandise to the market. Kedi, however, says it will take leaders to apply proper lobbying strategies, something that he intends to do when he gets to Parliament in 2026.
During the 2021 general election campaigns, the people of Butebo appealed to have Nakaloke in Mbale to Palisa via Butebo Road tarmacked. It has not come to pass. The founder, Kedi Foundation, is fronting this agenda as he seeks the mandate to the 12th Parliament.
Me as a leader,
it's my responsibility to make sure that Nairobi or I talk to government, at least they think about that road, they prioritize it, and in the budget, it's put under the budget or the work plan.
The road stretches from Nakaloke, near Mbale, through Kabwangasi Trading Center, headed via Kakoro Trading Center, to Butembo District, all the way to Palisa.
90% of these people, they use this road from Palisa to Nakaloke. When they are taking their goods, you see in Butembo, they grow rice, mangoes, fruits, a lot of things. So if this road is worked on, transporting it to Mbale or to other nearby places like Busia, Malava border, it will be quicker for them.
Kedi says to achieve this, it will take strategic lobbying.
If, for example, now I'm a friend of Trump or Joe Biden or Aaron Masik, and I invite him to Butembo and he accepts to come to Butembo, definitely the government will be compelled to work on that road immediately, with immediate effect, because they will not take the shame when Joe Biden is going to Butembo and that road is dusty. So
such development comes with unity, which unfortunately he says is lacking in Butembo. He seeks to address this too.
It's a big challenge, but we are trying to tackle. And one of them, like when I'm in the area, I don't segregate who is a Mugwere, who is a Mteso. I serve both of them.
Kedi Foundation also extends health, education, water and sanitation, and response to disaster. Henry Okrut, UBC.
When it is KB o'clock, you need more from your voice bundles. That's why MTN is offering you more minutes across all networks that don't expire. Buy the new 90-minute Freedom Bundle at 5K or the 200-minute bundle at 10K, and just with no limit. Katiteri ate, no excuses. Make the call now. Dial *100 *21 hash or use the My MTN app and enjoy your Freedom Bundle today. MTN. Together we are unstoppable. Terms and conditions apply. MTN is regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission.
Start the new year in style with a variety of wine products from K Roma Uganda Limited. Bella Sweet Red Wine, Bella Pruko Wine, Bella Alta Wine, Bella Royal Dry Wine, Bella Passion Fruit Wine, Bella Hibiscus Juice, Bella Hibiscus Soft Drink, Bella Hibiscus Tea, among others. Available in all shops and supermarkets countrywide. K Roma Uganda Limited, the producers of Bella Wines, are located in Chirabulindo, Chira Municipality. For more information, call 0772 506 155 or 0704 161 398. Bella Wines, savor the taste.
Key organs. The non-aligned movement operates through key organs such as the Summit Conference, ministerial meetings, and the Coordinating Bureau. These structures facilitate diplomatic collaboration among member states, providing forums for discussions on common challenges and the formulation of collective responses.
Welcome back. You're still watching the UBC News Tonight. Now, sport. Makerere University had a poor show thrashed by the She Maroons at the return of the FUFA Women's Super League. Ryan's Women Football Club were the other victors on the day, defeating Asubo Gaddafi ladies team 2-1, leaving them struggling bottom of the table. only 4 points in 6 games. The FUFA Women's Super League returned after a hiatus mid-November to allow the different women national teams to take part in several engagements. With the bulk of the national team's duties out of the way, a pile of games will be played to cover the lost time. Here are the best highlights of the game between the She Maroons and Makerere University. Yes, and that wraps up the first week of January 2024. My name is Wadulo Mark Arnold, and of course, most people must be getting back to office tomorrow. Well, the January moves so fast, and also the year moves so fast, so please do not wait to get in action as quick as possible. Have yourselves a lovely week, and good night.
With UBC, I'm Sharon Nakajiri tonight with the weather update brought to you by Uganda National Meteorological Authority. Taking a good look at the satellite taken over Africa today, we can clearly see that we have dry, dusty particles from Sahara deserts towards our country. That's where we are having those weather conditions we are experiencing across the country today. For the morning, we are forecasting light rains in Kampala and in Masaka. As for Nakasongola, we shall have sunny intervals. For Soroti, we are forecasting bright and sunny conditions, while in Jinja and Tororo, we shall have sunny intervals. For the western stretch, that includes Kabale and Kasese, we are forecasting sunny intervals. For the northern parts of the country, Gulu will experience sunny intervals. Elsewhere, we are forecasting bright and sunny conditions. Later on in the day, we shall have temperatures going up to 28 degrees Celsius in Kampala with sunny intervals. As for Masaka, these light rains will continue prevailing at a temperature of 28 degrees Celsius. For Nakasongola, we are forecasting 29 degrees Celsius. Soroti, we shall have temperatures going up to 30 degrees Celsius with sunny intervals. Jinja and Tororo, we are forecasting sunny intervals at 29 degrees Celsius. For the western stretch, we shall have temperatures going up to 30 degrees Celsius in Kasese, 26 degrees Celsius in Kabale Highlands. As for Barara, we are forecasting 27 degrees Celsius. For the northern parts of the country, temperatures will go up to 31 degrees Celsius in most parts of the northern parts of the country. As for Gulu, we are forecasting 30 degrees Celsius with sunny intervals. For international weather forecast, we shall have light rains in Nairobi, temperatures going up to 25 degrees Celsius, 27 degrees Celsius in Dubai, as we are with sunny intervals. That nicely concludes our weather forecast today. Till tomorrow, have a good night.